there, even in their interview. They swept that under the rug because they wanted death row that bad. If somebody wants something you want that bad, and they wouldn't look away from a little kid was murdered and used to do some RICO shit, get away with it. That's sad. Only reason why I feel bad for Puffy is because the minute they couldn't use Puffy anymore, they threw him away. They put him basically in a trash can. And all the people that hung with him, and a lot of people he helped, have walked away from that man. And that's not right. You know, they didn't do it for my family. You know, I got some of the greatest kids in the world. And I love them. You know, there's some from my oldest, Taj, who gave me a granddaughter and a grandson, to my oldest daughter, Arian, to my son, you know, even like Jacob and shit, but Jacob, to Sosa, to Bailey. Happy birthday, Bailey. Happy B-Day. Taz, and, you know, my youngest, man, that's my twin, legend. Sosa's a comedian. You know, we go on tour. All my kids are doing something that I'm proud of. But at the same time, if I would have did something wrong with it, could have took something from me, I deserve to lose something, that would have been all right with it. When you go and beat me off my stuff, off my money, to affect my kids, I'm coming. And not one person I helped tried to help my kids. No, you got the Cat Williams, that's the homie. Cat the stand-up dude. But none of the rest of them, right? And I say this to say that. Me and Puffy is don't get misunderstood. Him and I is not friends. He's not my enemy. When I'm home, I'm not saying they need help.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
But I would do the honorable thing and look out for his kids. There won't nobody to bring harm to his kids, not on my watch. That's what a real man does. And I got respect for my family because they stay strong to all this. And it's times where in prison, you know, it's so cold at night that I gotta wear a beanie, you know, socks and sweatsuits because I'm freezing. If it's raining, my head getting wet because it kills me. And I don't have anything to take the cheat off. I just gotta be strong and walk through it. And some people still want to bring negativity and negative phone calls when you talk to people with bullshit. But not my family. And it's come to a point where while we gotta cheer every time somebody falls or somebody dies, why we cannot get together? Why we can't say, you know, I look at it like this. There's no person strong enough, I have that much control over me to be my enemy. I might not consider you a friend, but you're not powerful enough to be my enemy. And I feel I will put society and the culture of hip-hop before myself. So I really don't like the fact that Puffy got to be dragged through the mud, even though apparently he did some work. I know it, he know it, everybody else know it. But what's the reason why you call him out now? He's not the only one.
until you hear the explanation. You can start a rumor on a guy like me or a celebrity just like that. All you have to do is push a button on your phone and say, so-and-so did this to me. R. Kelly did this to me. And if you get any traction from that, if you're able to write a book from that, if you're able to get a reality show, then any girl that I had a relationship in the past that it just didn't work out, she can come and say the same exact thing.
Are you blaming this on social media?
I'm talking about the power of social media.
In 2008, R. Kelly was found not guilty on 14 counts of child pornography after prosecutors in Chicago failed to convince a jury that he was a man seen in a sex tape with a girl as young as 13.
What do you want to say to your fans?
Last month, Kelly was indicted again, this time charged with aggravated criminal sexual abuse of 4 women, including 3 who the charges say were minors at the time.
So, R. Kelly, he did some things that he shouldn't have done. He served his time. But, he's not doing this thing. I think Tory Lanez is one of the most incredible artists around. I feel he in prison for unjust or something he didn't do. Or, who knows from Real Story to Lil Durk, he deserves a fighting chance. Welcome home to Young Thug, right? Why is it we always got to throw the key away on our people or the culture of hip-hop? Because when you look at it, for Tory Lanez or myself or anyone else to do time is way harder for a person like us to do time than a person who never had it. Or you take a man who's not giving nothing back to society. He's not having a job. He's not having speaking engagement or giving money to help. But you'd rather have a man who you know he's going to get out, he's going to make little kids, he's going to make women, he's going to do all the worst shit in the world. But you guys going to let him get out, come back, get out, come back. You had a person talking about being the president of the United States. Not all. If you want to be great, that's on you. But if you come to prison because you got shit crimes for 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds, 3-year-olds, and all this crazy stuff, and you turn around and say, I want to identify as a woman, become a because you don't want nobody to know who you are because something's going to happen to you. So you put some liquor on, and you get hormone shots, and they giving them fake boobs, and cutting their piss off if they want to, because they hide it. And they're living their best life. They're married to another man. And then, even though she's not going to be president, but she was willing to use all this money to pay for all these things. And if she really cared about our people, if she really want to be black, yeah, because you're not president, that don't mean you can't help. Go to these black colleges. Go to these other people who really need your help. Don't be Deion Sanders. Get a little recognition at a black school and turn your back on. Yeah, you owe me $500,000 that I gave you. You never gave me $1 back. Look, I'm supposed to shake your hand when I see you? Or you going to take it? But I'm not in no negativity. Because at the same time, Big Boy is one of my good friends ever. He from Pasadena. All my homies from Medina. You know what I mean? For you to bring somebody you know lying on your podcast and allow them to lie against me, you could just say, hey, I ain't sure you got to beat him up. You said, well, that ain't true. I know this man. But you did not. And when I'm home, I hope I never run into you because I don't want to get in no trouble. And you know what I mean. But why do we always got to attack each other? I don't know. I don't feel that Beyonce worships the devil and against people. I think Beyonce got the a whole world on her shoulders. It's hard to be a woman, a talented woman. Women got to get pregnant, have a baby, take care of the baby, because you got two types of fathers. You got a man who's a provider, who gets out there and do whatever he got to do to take care of his household, take care of his family, that means his kids. And you got some men can be there, go to work for 6 hours, if that, they can walk you to school, they can pick you up from school, they can play cards with you if they want to. They're not being a provider. Because in this world, as a man, as a black man, because I know how it is to be a black man. I can't tell you nothing else about being anything else because I'm black. You got to work hard. Got to work real hard. So we got the weight of the world on our shoulders. But that's not an excuse. The main thing is we got to put it together and figure out how we're going to get better.
This call and/or telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
One of the most important things about this situation we're all going through, because it affects all of us. I worked real hard, not only to build Afro, which I named, which I started, which was my vision. Nobody but mine. But I have so many other people in this industry. But I just didn't do it for that person or for myself. I did it for the culture. Coaching our people. So, once again, is it worth Puffy dying in prison and nothing getting fixed? Or is it worth Puffy telling the truth? He don't do as much time as they want him to, but he helps everyone. I think it's time for him. I think it's time for him. You know, I don't want to go back in his history, but you got to look at the Menendez brothers. I think her name was Leslie, the lawyer. She just had a case where a guy killed his stepfather, I believe. And she said, you know what? If you say your stepfather was asking you, we're going to beat this case. That's why you killed him. And you know what? She represented the Menendez brothers. And she said, you know what? If your father was molesting you, we can beat this case. And it allowed them to do it the first time. And they got a home jury. But we don't know if she planted that in their head.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
Now, you probably better call, well, you got a great lawyer, Jericho's daughter, but you better call that, put that bitch out of retirement and be like, hey, look what they did to me when I was little. Because everybody knows Puffy went through some things. Everybody knows the story about everybody knows. Give him a shot. Give him a fighting chance. But most importantly, let him get the ones who's been misusing the culture of hip-hop decades. That's all we got to do. And I'm going to say this. I love women. So all you women out there, don't forget, Monday through Sunday, Girl Monday through Sunday. I call it an organization. They really giving back to the community, to the women. So participate. Make everybody stronger.
Did you want to tell the public, Suge, what they can look forward to from you, what your plans are?
Yeah, okay. Well, first and foremost, I feel I should get blessed. Not as a favor because I'm right when it comes to the law. It denied my federal rights to go per and represent myself. They also fired a paid attorney that I was paying. And the judge said on record that he was going to let this guy named LeBlanc, whatever his name is, represent me even though for 40 years. And I can't fire him. And that guy told my family and told me that, hey, I don't know your case. If you go to trial, I'm going to lose. I don't know anything about your case. And on paper, the proof, he's seen me twice total time of 10 or 15 minutes. He said it's overwhelming. Nobody can see my case for 10 or 15 minutes and take me to trial. So